Hi, my beautiful friends. This is Jessica from Good Vibrations, bringing you your weekly twin flame reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I hope that you'll stay and become a permanent addition to the Good Vibrations community. And to my devoted subscribers, thank you so much for your continuous support here on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, and TikTok. If you would like to connect with me on my other platforms, please go into the description box and you can find each link there to be directly connected. Thank you so much to the people that continue to send energy exchanges via purchasing a cup of coffee for me. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to those who continue to purchase items off of my Amazon wish list. Thank you, thank you. And thank you so much to my Patreon members and my Instagram members via subscription. I love you. I appreciate you. And a special shout out to my clients. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for working with me. And thank you for trusting me. I love you. All right, guys. Today we're going to continue to read out of the Twin Flame Journey Pocket Guide that was written by Dr. Lisa Levy. I may be pronouncing her last name wrong. You can find the link to purchase this pocket guide in my description box as well. It's all the way at the bottom of the list, okay? Please remember that I am wearing Invisalign and I do stumble upon my words. So let's go ahead and begin. Why are twin flame connections so important? Twin flame connections allow for an energetic higher love and frequency to be admitted to the planet. In this time, we are being called in greater numbers to reconcile, reconnect with, and find our twin. The planet, our beautiful Mother Earth, needs this energy to sustain her, and we as species need it to overcome the darkness and evil that is suffocating the planet. Twins very much can be like a mirror, showing us our vulnerabilities, our areas that need healing and help, our shadow work. This can be very intimidating. This can be where one or both twins run, where they feel for a moment very human and the ego takes over and avoids the connection. As I stated prior, once the connection is made, nothing can break it. We will come together. It can sometimes be hard work and it can take a lot of healing. This is exactly what the divine wants. This is what the universe commands. This is what Mother Earth is praying for. Once we heal and connect, we admit the highest healing frequency to our planet and allow others to connect and heal. We become enlightened, more so than before. We rise above. We become powerful healers of our own human self and for the collective. Twin flame journeys are also about self-love and truly healing at a DNA cellular soul level. We see ourselves in our twin. We need to heal and truly recognize that if we love ourselves, we can sustain, love, and live out our time here on earth and be self-sustaining. We don't need the human who is our twin, but we do need the soul twin flame connection. The fact that we get to be human and experience love, intimacy, and this deep connection with our human twin counterpart is just another amazing blessing from the universe. All right, guys, let's go ahead and look into the divine masculine energy, we're going to look and see at what they're working on. Okay, what are they working on? What are they healing? What are they transforming in the present moment? So what's being healed? What's being transformed in the masculine energy? It is up to you, the viewer, as an individual, to decipher if you are the masculine energy or the feminine energy. Ooh. Wow. I like this energy for the masculine. We have the Ten of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. And we have the King of Cups. All right, so here the masculine is definitely working on, obviously, healing their heart. So the heart chakra is, awakening, vulnerable, being vulnerable, gaining clarity. There's a lot of working on. You can see she's wearing a crown of butterflies. So there's definitely a healing between the divine masculine and divine feminine, and a transformation that's happening here. And with the Four of Swords, definitely there's a deep healing that's happening. Now, the divine masculine could be experiencing health issues, okay, in the present moment, and that may be something that they have to work through. That they have to work. They're learning also how to meditate, and through meditation. And that form of meditation does not mean that the divine masculine is aware of the word meditation or the meaning of meditation. It's just a label, but they're connecting more to their soul. Okay, they're connecting more to their, emotional ties to the divine feminine. Okay, they're connecting to their inner child. So there is a healing, a deep healing that's currently happening at a soul and heart level. Okay, they're also kind of learning, okay, they're learning how to step into their emotional intelligence. Through this period of healing, rest, and meditation, there's something new that's coming in for them, a new idea. They're gaining some type of truth, okay, through being clear-headed, mental clarity. This mental clarity, a breakthrough that's happening, leads to emotional intelligence. I do, sense that they feel conflicted at times, which is normal. They are in a human body. And what we're experiencing on the twin flame journey is out of this world. It's not explainable. There's a lot of it happening. Around 2020, there was an explosion of twin flamers. Now, the information that you find on YouTube is a lot different than the information you find on Instagram. Okay? About the twin flame journey. But there's mass information, and that can cause conflict and confusion. Learning how to navigate through the mass information that's available out there. But one thing's for sure, in 2020, as we had another explosive, amount of people feeling like they were waking up to a twin flame journey, what was happening in 2020? You know what was happening in 2020. I don't have to say it. And then people opening up to that twin flame journey also had to look at what? Their own darkness, their own shadows. And it takes longer than a year. So if you started your journey or became aware of it in 2020, it could take some time to heal, to work through those shadows, those vulnerabilities. Again, the twin flame journey is about profound patience. Who do you need to be patient with? Yourself. Every time that you lack patience towards your twin, you're lacking patience with yourself. Again, the biggest illusion that we have to navigate through is the illusion of separation. The words reconnect, reconcile with your twin. Most humans, when they hear those words, what do they believe? They go right to that dictionary, maybe. They go looking for the definition that their mind, that their ego, feels is right for them. And they forget that they're on this magical carpet ride that can't be explained and can't be put in a box. It's not linear. It doesn't look just one way. With the mass information, it doesn't mean that this information is right or wrong. We won't really know until later. The information that we are receiving is a guide. And we have to learn how to navigate through that guide. And the only way we can do it on an individual basis is to learn how to communicate with our higher self, and to trust our gut, to trust our intuition. So the journey is also about connecting. It's always been about connecting with yourself. It's not about connecting to another person, because that, in essence, means that if you feel it's connected to a person, then you're not the same person. You're separate. Again, separation. You're separating yourself from that person. Divine feminine energy. We have Judgment, King of Wands, Knight of Swords, and Four of Cups energy here for the Divine Feminine. I'm going to take a drink of water. With Judgment here, the Divine Feminine, and depending on, your time of awakening, is being called to answer the call, okay? This is speaking of a spiritual awakening. We know that the Twin Flame journey is all about a spiritual awakening, a heart chakra awakening, like the little piece in the book that spoke about, our DNA and, healing at the cellular level. This is part of the journey, part of the call to answer the call, to step into our higher selves. Our angels are calling us to wake up, to keep moving forward, because we have the King of Wands here. The King of Wands is about leadership. You're being asked, the feminine is being asked to step into her leadership role. Okay? That doesn't mean that the feminine becomes the masculine energy. Everything, again, is about balance. She knows when to use her masculine essence, and she knows when to use her feminine essence. They work together. And then we have the Knight of Swords here. So whatever changes that are happening in the feminine, she probably feels like things are moving very quickly. I mean, it's like very, very quickly. Now, the feminine has had to learn to be assertive. She's also having to learn how not to make rash decisions, learning to basically, at an essence, control her emotions, not in a way that she suppresses her emotions, but not allowing her emotions to get the best of her, okay? Or to deceive her, self-sabotage her, okay? Because sometimes the feminine will be reactive, okay? The reason the feminine's reactive is because she's being triggered by the behavior of the masculine energy. When she's reactive to the behavior of the masculine, this is a good time for the feminine to self-evaluate. Judgment, okay? This is about taking self-inventory. Looking at your responses. Why are you triggered by the masculine? What can you do in your own life to change that inside of you? Whether it's an insecurity, it begins with the first stage of obsession. Because when you enter the twin flame journey, one of the stages, first you meet, then there's the bubble stage, okay? And you also have the stage where one or both of the twins are obsessing over each other. Usually it's both. Obsession is not, it's a shadow. It's not the healthy part of the journey. And that's your first indication of, this is where I start the healing. Why can't I stop thinking about this person? Why am I obsessed with this person? Okay. And the obsession, you can look at it as positive and negative. Again, duality between the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. Okay, there's a duality there. You can look at the obsession stage as bad or good. Obsession's an indicator, okay? What do you need to become obsessed with? Looking at your shadows. Why? So that it can propel you forward, move you into healing. So the stages are part of awakening. When you go through a period of dark night of the soul, it's your soul prompting you to wake up from a deep sleep. That's why you're depressed, because you're not living the life that you want to live. And your soul is prompting you to wake up, start looking, start taking some notes, taking some self-inventory to see why you're not living the life that brings you happiness and joy with that 10 of Cups over here. That's about taking a leadership position and moving forward. Learning again, you know, to be assertive, to not be impulsive, to not react impulsively. The Four of Cups is learning. You know, it's a time of contemplation. A lot of the divine feminines in the present moment are feeling apathy during this connection. They're feeling like, you know, the masculine, that they've missed an opportunity. There's not a loss of opportunity if your human bodies are not together. Okay? Everything's about the way that you think of it, your perspective. And there's no loss here. You know, the Four of Cups also talks about denial. Some of the feminines could be drinking too much. The King of Wands sometimes can be a control freak. You know, that may be something that the feminine is currently working on, you know, not trying to control the outcome, you know, of this connection any longer. When's it going to happen? When are we going to reconcile? Maybe working on the obsessive, you know, stage. Because it almost gives them a headache. Yeah. And a lot of feminines may have experienced migraines or headaches as part of their ascension symptoms. But the feminine rightfully is answering the call. What's the call? Her inner calling. That's what she's currently working on. Judgment also represents a process of elimination. It's about purging, okay? Again, both twin flames are here to process, to purge. This is a process of elimination. How are we purging? We're purging negative thinking patterns. We are negative belief systems that have been, you know, broadcast messages from our collective, from our society, what we've learned through our churches, through religion, what we've learned through our politicians, our government, what we've learned through the medical system, what we've learned through our family, the people that we work with, what we listen to on the news. Okay, these are all things that need to be purged because there's been a lot of subliminal messages that our collective has been hanging on to for decades, for generations. When we're talking about healing at the cellular and DNA level, we're also speaking of healing our ancestral bloodlines because they're connected through DNA. So this is the process of elimination. This is the purging. It's a heavy purge because you're not only healing on an individual basis, the feminine is healing at a deeper level through her ancestry. She's healing her family lineage through healing herself at a cellular level through her DNA, also through her cellular memory, because the cells carry a memory, okay, from one person to another, to another, to another. And so that cellular memory needs to be healed through each family lineage. This is a big healing, a big clearing individually and collectively. Sometimes you have to take a break. You have to rest, like the divine masculine. I feel like he has to rest. He needs the rest. The feminine needs to contemplate a little bit, okay? And maybe she's contemplating about missing an opportunity with her twin. No. Here you try to get fancy and then everything starts falling out. The feminine, I still see she has some armor on. She has some armor on. Yeah, look at that. Wow. I love that. Okay, so the first card that came out is Twin Flame number 27, which equals 9. 9 is about endings. Okay, it's also connected to humanitarian work. What are twin flames? They are humanitarian workers. You are here to serve, okay? You're not here to serve yourself. You are here to serve humanity. That's what you signed up for. So this isn't a romantic love story. This is a higher calling, an ancient calling. Trees hold the memories of Mother Earth as our soul holds the memories of our lifetime. Again, cellular memories. The vibration of love is felt as each twin awakens at their own destined time. That's really important because I find the majority of the feminines that have awakened before their masculine energy have a hard time being patient with the process and the awakening of their potential twin flame. Masculines, if you're listening, your feminine is a lot of masculines sometimes believe that they're the divine feminine because their feminine has not woken up to the connection. That's not necessarily true. Okay? Some masculines are stepping into the role before the feminine energy. Doesn't mean that you're the divine feminine in the connection. This is where we get, stumbled across all the information between the twin flame journey. This isn't a linear journey, all right? It's all over the place, and we all know that. Then we have twin flame 50, happiness, the number 5, change. And we know that twins are required to change a lot, to transform a lot, and that the process feels dramatic and chaotic. But where is this leading? To freedom and independence. What freedom? What independence? Independent from old belief systems that are outdated, that cannot be taken into the age of Aquarius. You can't take that old cellular memory junk stuff that you're holding on to from your ancestors. That's why they are calling us. They're asking us to answer the call. The ancients are calling us because we are the ancients. From a distant gaze, your eyes met mine. Our heart smiled because I knew that we had found each other again. Happiness was felt in the core of our being, as this moment was our twin flame awakening. I think the masculine energy with the 10 of Cups here comes through in this card with happiness. And that's really how they felt. And let's go back to this, look at this masculine and how energetically he's protecting the feminine as she stands in front of him, stepping into that leadership position, allowing her to step into her power, to shine her light and transform. So he is holding the space for her to do so. And the feminine struggles to see here in the physical how her masculine energy protects her and is helping her stand in her power and allowing her to shine her light. He's doing this genuinely in purity because he understands the pure connection. He may not, his soul understands the pure connection. His human may not, okay? That's where we get caught up. That's where we also get caught up in the whole separation thing. Because it's an illusion that we as humans have a very difficult time getting around. We have a difficult time understanding the physical separation and that there is no separation, that you are never separated from your twin flame. Listen to your heart. There will be times when you don't want to trust the whispers of your heart. Your heart is the compass of your soul. It will always guide you to your highest learning and your best of intentions. A certain situation calls for this. So both the divine masculine and divine feminine are being asked to listen to their heart. Again, that's the whole twin flame journey. That's what it's about. It is about awakening your heart. It is no longer about, allowing the mind to take the lead and to be logical. Okay, and this is another struggle that humans have. They're like, oh no, but I can't, follow my heart because my heart usually makes the bad decisions. Who do you think tells you that? Your ego. Your ego. Your ego tells you that your heart makes bad decisions and that you can't trust your heart. That's your ego talking to you. It's not your heart talking to you. It's not your soul talking to you. It's your ego trying to self-sabotage and keep you stuck in your comfort zone. Doesn't want you to change. It wants you to stay the same. Wants you to keep repeating the same patterns. Twin Flame 26, stillness. In the moment of silence, I hear the whispers and longing of your heart. I feel this vibrationally through waves of love. You are asked to seek stillness, to ground yourself in nature as answers await you. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Four of Swords and the masculine energy, this is about stillness. Okay, this is about stillness. And that's what he's being asked to do, is to be still, to be silent, because in silence he can hear the call. He can hear his higher self. You know, when the world is all busy and moving and doing, he cannot hear. And it's a little bit more difficult for him to connect with his emotional intelligence. Okay? All right, so messages from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Sometimes I think you can be a little controlling and that pushes me away. Absolutely. Again, the King of Wands can have some control issues, okay? And so can the Knight of Swords. We belong together. So they do feel that you're being pushy sometimes, and sometimes the divine feminine is being pushy, okay? Because remember, some people understand the twin flame journey. A lot of people, most of us don't understand it 100%. Okay, most of us are on this, wheel of trying to figure out, and navigate through the illusions of the mass information. I wish things were different between us. So that's from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Let's go ahead and pick some cards for from the divine feminine to her divine masculine. One does not want to come out. There it goes. Well, we have I've been thinking about how I can fix things between us. Sometimes I think you can be a little controlling and that pushes me away. Why? Because the feminine is trying to figure out how things can get fixed. Okay, so she's not surrendering to the process, to the divine timing. Everything will be all right. Please trust me. I'm learning to open my heart. And I have, babe, I love you. I want to be with you. Absolutely. So the divine feminines, of course, they are learning to open their heart. That's part of the journey. But during, when they felt pushed away from the divine masculine or rejected or abandoned, also shadows that need to be healed and cleared. How are you abandoning yourself? How are you rejecting yourself? Okay. Those are questions to ask yourself. That's part of the shadow work. I'm learning to open my heart. Okay, I feel a lot of feminines are learning how to open their hearts back up. Because after a period of time of going through this journey, not completely understanding it, some of the feminines have shut down their hearts, which is counterproductive to what? The journey, the separation, the healing. So the feminine is learning to open her heart back up after having to shut it down from, feeling such pain in this connection. And then I want to end with this card right here because it's just staring me down. Twin Flame 10, expectations. So you may be seeing 10-10, okay? And the reason I'm saying is because I saw, well, we have the 10 of Cups, but we also had another, the 19, which equals 10. This is a beautiful card. Expectations. As each soul awakens in their own time, one of your greatest tests is allowing the other freedom to have time and space alone on their journey to self-love and self-alignment. And that is one of your greater tests here on the Twin Flame journey, is to allow each individual, okay, the freedom to have space and time. Now, I hear a lot from people, do I need to wait forever? No, you don't need to wait forever, okay? That's going to be your individual decision on how you navigate and move forward. You are not expected to wait for a physical reconciliation, okay? I know that can be scary and sad to hear, but we have to respect the timing. And I hear often, your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. Do you understand? One of your greatest tests is allowing the other freedom to have time and space alone. Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to this journey, to the evolution, is being tested. Doesn't feel good, okay, in physical form. Again, everything's about perspective. Where can you shift your perspective to make this journey a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more enjoyable? And so it is. All right, guys, I love you. Please be nice to my friend. Who's my friend? You are.